So yeah, Hawke Media got started. I had a background in e-commerce. I've had 3 e-commerce businesses, and after that, I was consulting and just saw that, I was helping companies try to figure out how to grow, and it was big and small. I mean, I was working with Fortune 100s and some new startups as well, and it was always the same challenge across the board, which is when it came time to execute digital marketing. There's 2 options. One, hire in-house, which has a litany of problems. Like finding people's tough, affording people, and I don't mean Fortune 100s have the money, but making it pencil is tough. Even retaining those people, like attracting all this talent, it was just really hard to get good marketers in-house. So the other option is agency. And through vetting dozens of agencies, I realized 95% of them have no clue what they're doing. It is a really bad problem out there that there are tons of people selling digital marketing services that have no idea how they work, why the people should use this. They just sell buzzwords. The other side of it, the other 5% that are any good, tend to be either really expensive, want long contracts, or have some other barrier they put up that just makes them hard to work with. So it was a really frustrating point for me, because it just seemed to me like every other industry is about your customer or your client. It's all client-centric, it's all customer-centric, yet when it comes to marketing agencies, they never seem to do things for the client. Having long contracts is not to protect the client, it's to protect you. Your high minimums, you're, venturing to just want to work with Fortune 500s and forgetting about smaller companies. These are all things they do for selfish reasons, not for altruistic reasons. So I realized there was an opportunity to start a team of people that could help these companies. And, we started with 7 people, each with a vertical expertise. It was like an email marketer, Facebook search, influencer, affiliate, web design, and overall strategy. And I went to these companies and said, hey, listen, everything's a la carte, month to month, cheaper than hiring in-house, but now you can spin up a team that fits the needs of your company in a way that, mimics hiring in-house, but doesn't have all the drawbacks of it, and, has the benefits of an agency, of the cross learnings and things like that, without all the drawbacks there. And so that's how we started. And under 3 years, we grew to 70 people so far on that model, and no funding. It was just, I truly believe we have a really good service. We execute what we say we're going to do. And frankly, the biggest piece is communication. We're really good at staying transparent and communicating what's going on. So a lot of companies have really enjoyed working with us, and we built a reputation for it. We're not even 3 years into this, so there's a long ways to go to get where I even initially pictured it, because we'd like to be 1,000 people. We're 70. That's where we're going on the agency side. So we want this, because what we feel is we've almost productized in a very powerful way marketing services that is now, they're attainable for people that wouldn't normally be able to hire a top agency. And we're building incredible training programs, incredible ways to continue to build what now we're starting to refer to as the Bain or McKinsey of marketing. We want to be that place where we can take young people, train them for 6 months to a year, turn them into incredible marketers that still have supervision from even better marketers, and build out this offering that's we can continue to build some of the best marketers in the world. And that's what we need to do to scale, but it's also something that could become very exciting, because Bain or McKinsey, most of their employees are 23, 24, 22, but they bring such powerful consulting to companies, and that's what we're starting to emulate. On the other side, we're still very mission driven. We're here to grow revenues for businesses of all sizes. So that being said, we're building a software component so that we can actually bring all the things that we wish sites would be able to have. Softwares that we're why doesn't anyone do this? We're just building it now and starting to roll out different SaaS products that actually help our customers. I got really good advice from the CEO of XPRIZE, Marcus Shingles, who said, what's going to be the Uber to your taxi company? What's going to disrupt you? And he actually threw out distributed workforces and freelancers. I'm not worried about that, because they don't have access to the data and the information we do. I also think there is actually a very powerful aspect to having people work in the same room. So that didn't worry me. What does is AI. I think that, probably 50% of our job in the next 10 years will be able to be done by computers. So so he looked at me in a very intelligent way and just said, so why aren't you building it? So we've started to build an AI platform as well that we're calling Hawke IQ. So eventually we can have this artificially intelligent marketer that can do a lot of our jobs, so our people can focus more on the creative, because that's really the concept we see as creative, and larger strategy will still come from people, but the little day-to-day lever pulling can come from a piece of AI.